Welcome to Part 5 in Parts. This is the podcast where we go through Part 5 Jojo anime because we've already read it and we like it. And there are spoilers for everything. Diavolo is gay. Spoiler.
He wears fishnet.
He's a gay man.
Yeah, so this week is really weird because this past couple parts, like episodes, have been like mixed around with character or arcs in Part 5. Where like our last episode about Babyface was like half of the White Album fight.
It was an episode and a half of Babyface.
Yeah, so
which is weird.
So this week, because we weren't sure what we were gonna do for the next episode, depending on how much they were gonna throw in there. So so we're just gonna talk about basically the entire White Album fight that was like the next episode, and it's just like episode 19, I think.
It is episode 19.
Right.
I don't know why you're reaching for my computer.
I'm so used to that it being part.
So this is episode 19, White Ice.
White Album.
Or Water Ice, as I erroneously thought.
Yeah.
So as we said, Babyface was in episode 17 and then half of 18, and then the exact half of 18 is White Album on. So it's confusing, and this is dumb. We've only got one, so we're only going to be talking about one episode on this fucking podcast, which is a first, and it's like, this is going to be a quick one, I think.
Yeah, probably. Well, this fight is so good. This is like the meat of the fight. That's not like the car chase.
This fight is very good. I do have kind of a weird feel, like, manga is a better medium in almost every way than I think the anime, especially when anime is being adapted from manga, just because you've got like timing in manga is a lot more like fluid, where in anime when you try and like to space things out, it feels very like, okay, I know that longer than like a minute has passed here, this is awkward.
Yeah.
So my big complaint is there's a lot of this fight that just is like characters like waiting. Like, Mista is just like there's a part in particular where Mista this episode begins with them crashing into the water. Mista swims over, eventually, this takes a long time. Mista swims over to the shore, and he literally is dangling over the edge. So he's climbing up to get on land, and he sits there dangling for like literally 30 seconds. And it's like, and I know the whole thing is that it's like his interior thing of like, oh, I've got to turn around. Or should I turn around, or should I go for the disc? And it's like, the theme feels too long.
The theme of this episode is resolve. As many things in this, at least the first half of this arc, or the show, has been your resolve.
Particularly with Mista's character. It's all about him committing to a thing. Like, when he fought Kraftwerk, his only other fight at this point, well, I guess Beach Boy, whatever. But in his Kraftwerk fight, it's all about him, like, it's him putting this really difficult situation where he only has like a bullet left, and he's fighting a guy whose power is to block bullets, so he's got to come up with it's a shonen, so
stopping a momentum when his whole thing is to keep momentum going or change the momentum of his bullet.
Yeah,
which is like a good. It's part of a lot of those opposite stands where he has that, Giorno had Babyface that was also like destruction more than. Kind of like they do that a lot, where they have like the person.
And then even like Bruno versus Green Day, like Green Day is another like sorry Bruno, I meant Giorno. God damn it, these stupid Italian names.
Italian names.
Well, Giorno and Bruno are names.
Oh, Bruno, yes, Giorno.
Giorno's totally name. So Giorno fights Green Day. His whole thing is about like destroying with plants. Where
mold.
Giorno's whole thing, whatever. Giorno's whole thing is that he creates life.
It does it a lot. If only, like, I think that's what Purple Haze Feedback does, where like Fugo has like the super, I think Feedback or the other Part 5 light novel, but Fugo I think it's the other one, but Fugo has the thing that can kill anything, and then there's the main girl who's like stands uncontrollable as well, but it can heal anything, so it can like cure his disease if it gets there. Which is like, they also do that.
Non-canon.
It's not canon, but still, it's like a thing that even people who like write JoJo do, because they like kind of like that.
Mm-hmm. But so, okay. White Album, as I said, I mean, that's kind of just like a little, what's it called?
Grievance?
Gripe that I have with this fight. It's very awkward when transferred into anime. And like, had David Production not been doing such like a one-to-one adaptation, I think they could have really just like cut out a lot of the excess bits and just had the fight like a lot snappier.
Yeah. Well, also like Jordan's like in the car, like in the submerged car for like the
Yeah.
half the episode. Where,
Literally
like,
the whole thing. Like he's literally in the car for like the whole fucking thing.
he's watching Mista like outside the car, like snowboarding on like grass and like seeing them.
I do love the part where he snowboards on grass.
Yeah, I like that he tells Jordan to like, make it from inside the car. Is Jordan's like trapped inside the car? 'Cause I thought that at least one of the windows was broken.
The issue was he was frozen to the seat.
Yeah.
Later on, the whole thing is like they get him to break his focus so that
he gets him
he melts the ice.
Yeah, he gets him to melt the ice because he's snowboarding away, and that's what makes him like stop doing.
Yeah,
he
breaks his focus.
He can instantly stop all the ice completely, which I thought it would be like it slowly melts or something first, but
very conveniently, yeah. Once he stops focusing, his ice, it's like a D&D spell. His ice just ceases to exist.
But yeah, but this is something cool. I just love like him like with shooting the screw like up in the air and then shooting it inside his like middle of his forehead and then just the momentum. He just keeps shooting that one spot.
I know people hate Giorno a lot, but I love the meme that Giorno like not the meme, but like I love the recurring thing where he'll turn something into something else and then like the real clincher of the fight is turning that thing back into what it was. Like we saw it with Babyface where it was like he turned the motorcycle into Turtle. Oh my god, I just watched that episode and I already fucking forget his bullshit. Whatever, but in this one he turns like part of the car into the snowboard, which turns into the fucking screw again, which he's...
It was part of the car that was like a piece of grass.
Mm-hmm.
But I see it's still really cool. I think Giorno works best when he's working with someone else.
Giorno and Mista in particular, they have such a fun synergy because their powers are so weird.
And like, the fact that they have to team up to like, get all this bullshit that he can like shoot them or like, cause every time they ever have to team up, it's always some weird like stand that's really specific of way to like get them like. You gotta get past this super suit, this Frozone super suit.
Pretty much, literally Frozone before Frozone.
But I just love that like him just getting like that screw shot into his forehead, which I guess he didn't get deep enough. Yeah,
it literally does nothing.
And then he had to jump back into the water. Like, I had to go either get the thing or go after this guy who's like trying to recuperate. So I get him while he's like trying to recover. Which we get.
This is hilarious. Like we start getting the fucking Mista spending infinite amount of time underwater, talking underwater. There's the part where he legit starts talking. I loved it.
But he goes like, oh, like he needs.
There it is. He's fucking talking.
Like, he needs to breathe. There's air pockets. He's breathing in his suit from under. Like also like the stupid stuff of like breathing infinitely underwater.
Yeah, White Album reaches like fucking King Crimson, World Over Heaven levels of broken near the end of this fight. Where he literally is God. He reaches a state where he's literally impossible to destroy.
Ice powers are literal god powers. So.
But it does get to the point where it doesn't make any sense to me. I don't remember
the ricochet
reading. I don't remember reading. What's it called? The part when he uses Gently Weeps. But I'm sure that it made more sense than what it does in the anime.
Which is funny. I think in Gently Weep, like a song or a lyric on the way down.
As My Guitar Gently Weeps.
Yeah. Yes, I thought.
That's a great song. I don't even like the Beatles that much. It's a great song.
But I just love that. I love he gets like, he finds a little blowhole in the back of his neck. He shoots the fish, which is like hysterical because I love everyone just always mocks like Mista's like, you're aiming at, and then like it's always part of his plan.
He's always got some sort of ulterior motives.
So like, and then this like Sex Pistols kicks into his little blowhole.
I love the Sex Pistols. It's so good.
Every shot makes that crunch noise, which I love in this, like the good sound effect they have. But then he has like a ricochet thing. He does like.
So this is what Gently Weeps is. It's like, sorry, for people who don't know, we just have the episode on the background, so we remember things as we watch or as we record. So Gently Weeps, this whole thing is that it creates a bunch of small air particles where the bullet will bounce between them. And it literally doesn't make sense. He explains, like... well, he also says that he's, like, impregnable. Even though he's got the air hole, it, like, his stand is so cold that it can literally turn... Like, it stops all motion. It's fucking, like, 0 degrees Kelvin.
He also can, like control where the ricochet goes, it seems like, too, where he just keeps bouncing until
that's the thing. Like, I don't know why Gently Weeps is, like, so fucking strong.
It also goes into his neck. Like, it goes in there, so he can somehow it bounce around like that, back out, and then, like, a million directions around.
It is a little weird.
It's just some weird bullshit. And then, what's it called?
Oh, something we didn't talk about, which really hurt me emotionally when I saw it, was a part where Mista has so much, like, body horror in his fucking hand. Like, There's the part where his hand gets like degloved, like
yeah,
all the fucking flesh comes off.
Because he's trying to get off the car, and like the ice just reaches him when he gets his hand off it, and takes like a bunch off.
Which I do like that sense of danger, because it shows how horrifying like really cold temperatures can be.
Another thing with like the when he gets shot in the neck, he just like Wayam kind of learns from like his opening, so like he'll just counter like, oh, now you can't shoot me in my neck. I fixed that issue. Like,
I fucking developed the most impenetrable ability. Gently weeps.
It's like Mr. Freeze in the Arkham game where you fight him, where it's like learns from your mistakes. But yeah, so I was in like this is like crawling out like because this is an episode where he gets shot a lot.
This is fucking hilarious. I can't wait for someone to put the compilation of Mista shooting himself.
I can bring up the number of how many times he shot himself in this episode.
In this episode alone.
If you can predict how much...
It's gotta be over 40, right?
40? That you're total shots of hitting himself? Because like, should I even count like shots that...
I do want to say another part about this, just looking at the episode, I really fucking hate that CG water.
Yeah.
It looks putrid. The color they chose, I know that they wanted to pick a color that like stands out from all of the ice that he's using, but it really just doesn't look good. And when I read this chapter, I remember really like thinking the visuals are awesome, and like the whole encounter in the water was really scary. And in this, I don't know, I think the pacing of the fight kind of like I lose a bit of it.
All right, so he shot himself 21 times in this episode.
I believe it.
He wounded himself 21 times, wounded the enemy twice, 9 missed shots, 9 block shots. So he had 41 total shots.
The part when he just starts unloading at him near the end is incredible. It's one of the best moments ever. Great.
So yeah, also like I also love when Miss is like getting like damaged. Like you see like I'm just like breaking everything. Like where is this disc? Like he's just ignoring him.
That's another thing too. It's like I feel like I don't remember that moment in the manga, but like. For a guy who's literally part of the execution squad, you think that he would want to like hurt the fucking threats quicker.
Well, you remember, like everyone kind of sucks at killing people in this squad because they don't kill any of the members of the squad. They always leave them alive after they get half of them like out of the way.
That's true.
Just like
fucking Pesci came the closest.
Hell, even Babyface just put Trish and Bruno into turn them into a cabinet and a chair, and it's like
Babyface had like the fucking easiest chance to just kill. There's no reason why he didn't kill Bruno. At least it's stupid.
At least Prosciutto like shot Mista, thought he was legit dead. Like he at least did his job like he was going to do. But just from lucky, Sex Pistol could just hide in his brain and like push bullets out.
I love that though, because what his face number 5 like. He deflects all 3 bullets. Like that's fucking awesome.
And then again, I'm pretty sure like the other 3 that were aging rapidly inside the Coco Jumbo they were pretty much going to die if they didn't have like the mini fridge in there. So they did their best. They did the best out of all of them. So, but yeah. So Giorno gets on there. He does like he smashes his hand and blood comes out and does the resolve speech.
Yes. Oh yeah. So yeah, the whole thing. Giorno like cuts his hand so that he can see. Gently weeps. He can see the fucking ice shards in the air.
And I love the color swap for this too.
Like, the color swap is really good. It's like what I said before, where the Execution Squad guys, they just like they make their color scheme the color scheme of everyone, and it's awesome.
Yeah. Also like the Sex Pistols being purple is really weird.
Yeah, I really like the monochrome sort of like the predominantly monochrome designs are really neat.
They all have every Mista has like an ice like. It's black and blue, which is like, I guess, for the ice look, but it's really cool. But then, yeah, Mista gets shot again for the millionth time.
Yeah, I love how they set up the part where he shoots the fucking pole so early in the fight, and it's just like, why did he hit that pole?
It just like splurts blood into his. It does the Dio Jotaro thing where he shoots like the blood out of him into like the eyes, which is really funny. But like, Mista, don't shoot him. I'm gonna shoot this motherfucker. Mista, please. Like, I understand shooting the pole, but like every other time he just keeps at the shooting. Like, it's not gonna work.
No, that's Mr. Resolve though. That's because
Mr. Resolve shoots him in the face into the fucking perfectly spiked metal pole. It hurts you to watch this part too.
The part when he
just gently
and how slowly he keeps sliding back into it. Hurts.
And the way he describes it is like something like lukewarm.
I know him saying something lukewarm. Oh, there's something so creepy about him saying like, there's something lukewarm. He doesn't even know he's hurt. Like, ugh.
He never had to feel the pain when he had this like impenetrable armor. This like infinite armor that he always had.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I like that Mystic is shot in like the head, basically.
Yes.
With his own bullet.
So yeah, I like this fight has a scene where Mista has like the upper hand, but then of course
he doesn't.
We've got the fucking Gently Weeps is an invincible ability. But all it takes is for Mista to just keep shooting until Giorno comes over.
I do love the thing of just like having like the ability of your stand like being named after like a song from the album, like or right, like Epitaph and King Crimson have that. Like
I should probably check to make sure that's actually a song off.
It is. I
know it's a Beatles song. I just don't know. If
I'm pretty sure it's off White Album.
As I said,
I love the animation too when he keeps shooting him too is like really good.
Yeah, this whole sequence is done really well. I mean, like Jojo has very inconsistent, let's say inconsistent sequences where it'll be like really well animated and a lot of the times where it'll just kind of go back to posing or whatever, but so that's most of TV anime, I guess.
But yeah, so Bruno, he's a Bruno because
I know
Mista gets like shot in the head, but you get a great shot of like Giorno like reaching him, like holding him, like in the like the sun's like beaming on him,
so
like,
yeah,
holding him.
This is one of like my most anticipated moments from Part 5. The scene where Giorno is like cradling Mista as the sun rises, saying like yes, your resolve is so good, like you've done well, my child. It's like it's such a great moment because you're just like fuck yes, this is what I've always wanted.
But as I love, it is like the Muda Stomp is like one of my favorites too.
Yeah, oh, it's so brutal. This really is such a brutal fight.
It's just like disgusting.
It's really cool.
It just like hurt. It's like that body horror that you can like you use your imagination of what's going on behind the armor, where you only really see the blood and the frozen blood like behind him. Which I'm glad they don't show because that kind of stuff made me squeamish. But like, it's so brutal. You just see him, like, you just get him closer and closer into the spike, and like, it just like grosses you out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like Jojo does have probably the best like punch Muda barrages in most JoJo parts.
Yeah,
especially
I forgot he like stomps on him, and I thought that was so badass.
I'm pretty sure it's like one of his moves in like some of the fighting games where he does like the Muda kicks from above. And then, then you get a shot of, like, the spike through his throat. Oh, but then it breaks off, too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the end of him. That's the end of his story.
And then I love how Mista is, like, I'm dead.
Jordan, please. Heal me, please. Yeah. You're doing great. Stop talking.
I wish they would have actually drawn all the bullet holes in him, because he only ever has, like, 5 on his body at one time, but
just not enough body space to have 21 bullet holes in him. Well, the one the head got, because he immediately got shot in the head is when Jordan reaches him and heals it instantly.
Or is that supposed to be Sex Pistol? I'm not sure.
I don't know, because it gets like closed up immediately. It has like, sort of like an impact,
like a dent.
Well, you see the hole, and then it goes right away to like the impact. Like that's where Giorno kind of fixed it. He's like, you retrieved it. Like, he's like bleeding profusely. I can't breathe. Hurry up and fix me. I can't breathe. But like,
and also this is like, I love that they established this, how Giorno has healing abilities, but there's a cost to it. Like,
you feel the pain.
It is immensely painful. Giorno does say the pain won't go away. I don't know if he means like forever.
I think it just means till your body recovers completely from it, that you will feel the pain of like having this bullet in you.
Wait, okay, we're about to. He says, since I'm not exactly healing you, your pain will remain.
I think it'll.
Please don't complain to me later. Okay, so
at this point, I think Mista's used to bullet hole pain in him.
But like, I think that would be fucking awesome if a heal from Gold Experience would just like, the pain doesn't ever go away. Like, you have that wound forever. It just isn't a wound anymore.
I'm not sure exact detail. I
love that idea, but it's not canon.
I always thought it was the thing you have. It takes a bit to recover, but you'll feel the full pain from it until it completely like recuperates.
It's no
because Giorno's like, I would be in pain constantly.
Yeah, which would be awesome.
His throat.
He's suffering.
But yes, and then we get the famous image of Narantia coming up to Mista and Giorno giving blowjobs.
Yeah, it's funny. We love it. It's a great moment.
It's great.
It's funny. We all laugh. We laugh very hard when we see these funny scenes.
And then Q, every time I close my eyes, it makes me feel so horny. Perfectly in sync.
What Naranja's doing.
I love him just like closing his eyes and just keep voting past. It's really funny. But like, so yeah, it's a really good episode.
It was, yeah, like, fun, awesome fight, good shoots.
Very brutal.
I love Mista. Mista is a good boy.
Yeah, it's also the episode where Mista has his heavy trust in Giorno, where we had Fugo had his trust in Giorno, even though that doesn't come back into play at all.
It never does. And no, this is so good. Especially, it's so important for like later. And even part 5.
Even Abacho gets like a little bit like of like, you know, he's not gonna say he like likes Giorno, but he can like he proved himself a little bit, but he'll never admit to it. Kind of.
He's too proud.
Yeah,
he's too proud, guys.
And like, yeah, you gotta have, I like having those episodes where like they like learn to trust this new guy, and this is like Mrs. like heavy episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think we talked about it, but he gets that little flashback. Where we see that he went to prison because he shot those guys up.
Yeah, we saw that flashback forever ago, but yeah, his stupid luck of like, I love how he had the luck of like dodging a million bullets, but now that he has a stand, he just gets hit by like a million of his own bullets.
He was
he can't get hit by other people's bullets, but only his own.
It's fucking, what do you call that? He was like making. Paying it forward. I don't know. Whatever.
I call it a monkey paw wish, where you could dodge other people's bullets, but not your own.
You're always 1 out of every 3 bullets you shoot will hit you.
You fired 49 bullets this episode, and you get hit by like 21 of them.
I'm sure someone has done the actual math. I like the percentage. I would love to know what his percentage of himself is.
I probably a percentage, but every time they have a missed episode, someone keeps account of like there's a stats already for every episode where he has a fight or shoots a gun. They will keep tally of them.
I really hope that someone does like the fucking percentages.
Yeah, but they did a great job with White Album, I think.
Mm-hmm. I need to say this. I hated the voice actor.
Wait, you don't like Bakugo's voice actor?
No, it just made me think of Bakugo. The whole fucking time I was like, is this a child? This is a child that is from my Hero cartoon. Is screaming. I didn't like it. I thought it was bad casting.
I liked it. I liked him just being like, you need a character that's a hothead. Like, that's who you get.
But it's like, and he's already a hothead. Like, it's like the whole thing. It's like everyone's like, oh, Terry Crews needs to play this black character because there's only one black actor. It's like, guys, I know it's a meme, but it's fun to have diverse casting. And by that I mean just have people who you don't know, maybe.
Well, wasn't Deku's voice actor one of the
Deku's Narancia.
Yeah.
And like great. Like he's playing a different character. Narancia, the voice acting he does for Narancia is very good.
I don't know, man. Maybe he just fit the character the best, and that's who they chose, man. They probably didn't pick favorites. Like and there's so many voice actors. You have 5 parts in there. You only have so many voice actors.
That's not an excuse. It's Japan. They're fucking cottage industry on fucking voice acting.
Especially when like 90% of your characters in JoJo are guys. How many guy voice actors can you really like pass?
That's true.
Around?
I'm sure there are more female voice actors in Japan, but at least in the anime industry.
We're not getting more. You don't have to worry about that until part 6. So we have like mostly female characters for most of it, or at least half girls, half guys. So,
all right. I think that's really it. I need to wrap this up. I gotta check on some in the oven. I don't want to burn something.
You know what I'm saying.
All right. This is good. I liked it. Thank you for listening.
Yeah. Your question, if you made it this far, is the brain freeze stand or the brown noise stand. Which one would be worse to encounter?
Oh fuck.
From our earlier discussion.
Yeah.
Our next episode will be the entire Mystery King Crimson arc.
So yeah, full disclosure, we already watched the first part of it.
We weren't sure how much it was going to go for it, so we weren't sure if we were going to include it into this one, but with how it turns out and how it's going to be, we're just saving that for that too for
it
next
makes more
week.
sense, I think. And then also, if you're unaware, we're getting another recap episode. Hooray!
So
that's another off week for us. Wait. Oh fuck no.
Nah, we're getting our part 8 chapter in mid-March.
I was gonna say that's not. Yeah, I was saying maybe it'll be during the week part 8 comes out, and no.
Well, we'll think of something, and then if you haven't yet, we had a Diesel episode for our fill-in for our hiatus for part Joe Kaka.
Yes, please check our Diesel episode out. I thought it was pretty fucking funny.
A lot of fun, and and then just look forward to next week whenever the Mystery King Crimson arc ends, and then whenever that comes back to real episodes, we'll have our new. Oh, that'll probably be that week when that comes back. It'll be right before the Part 8 chapter, so we have to talk about the new OP.
Very exciting. Man, it feels so far in the future.
The second half of Part 5, King in the Gear, is going to be fun. We have a lot to talk about King Crimson. We already did during the episode, but
It'll be fun to actually talk about it.
So yeah,
recording.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much.
Please leave a like, comment, subscribe.
Yes, always.
Have you heard about like the whole YouTube with like demonetizing videos because of?
I have.
Of
we
the
can't get
comments.
into this right now.
I know.
Need to go
I was like, you can comment. Make sure it's nice.
Yeah, make a nice comment. All right, love you. Bye.
All right, bye.
Welcome to part 5 in parts, and I just got a huge cramp in my foot and it hurts really bad. I'm Jim.
Do you want to start over?
No.
Oh
my god, it's so bad.
Do you want to start over?
No. Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like I can feel pulsating. All right.
Charlie horse, or this is a cramp?
Oh, it's still happening. Okay,
Dude,
I'm gonna fight through the pain.
I've woken up in like the morning, really early in the morning, because like my calf just got like a giant like.
Oh, they're horrible.
It is the worst pain where I just like wake up, my eyes are bulging. I'm like, I can't for like 10 minutes until it goes away.
Yeah, they suck so bad. And I can feel like it's like a lump in like my foot. I hate it. All right, so you're welcome to part 5 in parts.
That's the name of a stand.
The lump?
No, Charlie horse. A stand Charlie horse. No, it's like a stand someone can make of a stand that gives people Charlie horses.
That would be horrifying.
It's like imagine a stand that gives you only a constant. I was gonna say,
yeah, like a stand that could give you like a very powerful headache would just win.
I remember the best.
No way it would lose.
There's always a video of like the best friends in their podcast where like what's worse, a stand that like the closer you get to it, it gives you a constant brain freeze, and the closer you get to it, the heavier it is, or a stand that constantly gives you the feel you're gonna shit your pants.
Actually is, I know it's a meme, but that is a really hard question.
It's like brown noise, brown noise, like what they call it, and then
note.
Brown note or brown noise. It's one of those two.
All right, whatever. This is irrelevant.
What would you rather not encounter? Constant horrible brain freeze the closer the stand gets, or the worst feeling of taking.
Brain freeze is so debilitating you can't even. I guess having to poop really hard is really debilitating. It's whatever.
No, the best explanation was just like the only way that someone with the shit stand get defeated because they would find a character who has no shame and wouldn't let shitting their pants bother them, so they would get close enough.
You have to shit your pants, or you have to feel like
you have a constant feeling of shitting your pants, and you probably will also
that's
do that.
Different though. If it's a feeling that
even after you're shitting your pants, you still have the feeling you're gonna shit your pants.
So then, what's the point? Whatever. This is fucking stupid. All right. That was the stupidest fucking intro we've ever had.